Hi, and welcome to episode 2. So in episode 1 of our Insider Threat series, we looked into effectively what happens to employees, what they need from their businesses, and then potentially how these, what's going on in their personal life, or what's going on in their work life could effectively be exploited. Now we're going to talk about how they actually become insider threats, how to maybe find them within your business, and some of those high-level ideas around how you would go on and prevent these before, in the next few episodes, we get more into a technology stack.
So an insider is the person that basically either leaks, steals, or gets material gain of something that could be used external. So a good example would be a member of sales would take a customer list from a business or an organization that could be used in the next one. So they've insiderly nicked something of material value and used it for their own financial gain, or as attacked a system for malicious purposes because they're disingenuous to the business or disgruntled with the organization.
Okay, and then some of the time this is accidental, right?
Yes.
People are being, socially engineered into effectively doing those exact type of activities, but for someone else's gain outside.
There will be situations where kind-hearted, because obviously it's worth mentioning on these videos that kind-hearted people are manipulated by people because they don't aware of the situations that could be befallen to them. So a lot of people are social engineering because they're good, honest people. They're not. They're just victims of thinking that the people that talk to them are honest. That's why phone hacking works quite well for these people, because they always get victims. They could just gain access to a system or plug something in because they've received something in the mail, like a pen drive or a disk, and they put it in the computer. But they think that they were doing that for the betterment of the business, or someone phoned them up to say, can you transfer this amount of money in finance? We'll transfer the money to an attacker. That's an insider, but the person has been victimized because they've been social engineered.
Yeah, and I guess, and then also the flip side to that as well, they're usually doing their research, right? So if you're going through merger and acquisition, or someone finds out about it and they say, send us £50 million to buy this company today, then you don't want to be the person that maybe caused that merger to fail, right? Or that acquisition to fail. So it's, they definitely pick their time in that, right?
I've come across some things in the past that they've certainly done their research. It's for the audience value, it's certainly worth thinking about what your staff and your senior level management do actually post on social media, because that can be used against you. I can't give you use cases because we're on video and it's all confidential, but I've seen it work to great effect, unfortunately, in companies to their detriment. It depends on the way the company is structured. A lot of companies, these things occur because they haven't got the roles and processes in place or the controls against the staff. It's a process fail that causes a leak to happen effectively. But if you're talking a C-level one to discover how a person was doing an activity, it could be strange anomalous activity in the web logs, for example. That's a good start. A user starts browsing. I've seen people browse YouTube to try and find how to attack this type of proxy or that type of system. That's a good start, because you got to think, an attack doesn't happen now. It could be 6 months ago that the recon started. The person could have been disgruntled 6 months ago because of an action someone did. They could have been reprimanded. It could have been because they were put on redundancy and they're going through that redundancy phase and they face, or ruin it could be in some respects, and they want to get back what they think is. We've talked different areas of software coding, for example, is a good example. In some parts of the world, people feel software code is their own. It's the business entity, in that respect, it's their own property, but some people don't see it that way. We can certainly help customers in these areas because it's a big area. You think, while we're getting to the technicalities in a second, there are lots of technical controls you can actually mitigate these risks. Now, a lot of companies don't do it, be it that they don't know or can't. Some of the regulated environments are a lot more stringent, but they still have controls that could be used. And we're more than happy to talk to you if you're watching this, like Jake said, to come talk to him, and then they're getting me involved.
So thank you. So I guess to round up today's episode, all we ask is that we provide insider threat assessments. More than happy to come and talk to your board, your IT managers, anything like that, and just get us involved. So please do reach out.